Mm. Yeah, no. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle and I hope you guys are doing well. As you can see, I am going to be doing a girl chat video today, and I'm going to be telling you guys about how I quit my job and now I'm a full-time YouTuber. So I'm going to be giving you guys all of the details, the whole story, everything. You guys know that I always have a drink with me. Usually it's tea or something like that, but today I got some wine because I have been putting off this video for a long time, but I think it's time that I just, talk about it. So I have my wine. You guys get whatever drink you need, get your food, whatever, relax, and let's get into this video. In my last vlog, I actually hinted to you guys about this whole thing. So I did say that I had a little bit more time on my hands to create videos and do all of this stuff. So this is the story. So if you follow me on Instagram or you're a close friend or whatever, and you just want to know, like, why am I home during the day? Why do I have so much time to do videos? What's going on? Like, do I have a job? Like, what's going on? And the answer is, at the current moment, I do not have a job. So I actually quit my job, and I quit my job in October. So right after my birthday trip to Atlanta, I quit my job. Okay, so let me just tell you how it went. I already had it in my mind to quit my job before I went on my trip. I wasn't completely sure yet, however, I was already preparing like my finances and stuff like that, just in the event that I gathered the guts to do it. So I went on my trip, I came back, and I didn't go back to my job. This is crazy. And this is probably the craziest thing I've ever done. So if anyone knows me, they know I am big on my reputation and how people view me. And I'm very professional. In every job that I've ever had, all of my coworkers, my managers, they know, like, I don't play about that. Like, no one is gonna view me in a negative light. I want to be very professional at all times. And this was the one time where I wasn't very professional. That's why it took me so long to just confirm that I was gonna do it, because I'm like, this is not me. Like, this is not what I do, but I did it. And I didn't tell anyone, I didn't tell my coworkers or anything that I was planning to do that, because I didn't want them giving me their opinion. I didn't want them mistakenly saying something to someone else, and then it's like, getting to, how office gossip is. So I didn't want that. I just wanted to make this decision on my own. And of course I prayed about it. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't pray about it. So yeah, I did tell them afterwards that I am quitting officially. I did speak to them and I told them, but there was no 2-week notice. There was none of that. Yeah. So when I did quit, I didn't tell anyone. Like, I didn't tell my parents. I did tell my one friend, but I didn't tell anyone else. So my parents, like, they would see me at home after my vacation and they're like, oh, are you still on vacation? And for a while I was just like, yeah, because I wasn't ready to tell them yet. It's not like I was scared. I just didn't want to hear what they had to say yet. Like, it was like a week after my vacation. They're like, are you still on vacation? And I'm like, yeah. And then I think one day I just told my mom, like, yeah, I quit my job. And at first she was upset because obviously, like, this is a really risky decision. There's no income coming in, I don't have a job lined up. So she's like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Blah, blah, blah. And then after I explained to her why I quit, then she was understanding, because I have been talking to her a lot about the stresses of my job and how much it was weighing me down and how depressed I was feeling in that place. So she understood, like she understood how bad this place was having an effect on me. But she was, as a mom, of course, like she was just worried and just wanted to make sure that I was safe, you know, like I had a job or something like that lined up, but I didn't. So let's get into why I quit. So I quit my job because I was very, very, very stressed out. The job paid well for me as a person who still lives at home. I don't have a lot of responsibilities as far as bills. I really just take care of myself. I have no kids, you know, it's just me. So the job paid well, but it was a very, very high stress environment. Just to keep it short and cute and sweet, management just wasn't very supportive as they thought they were. I gotta watch my words because I know people is watching. Yeah, so I was very, very stressed out. Like, I'm not a crier. Like, recently I've become a crier, but like all my life I have not been someone who is very emotional, who just shows my emotions like right off the bat. Like, that is not me. But this place, oh my God, like I would leave my job in tears. I remember one time I called my best friend at work. I was in the hallway bawling because I was so stressed out, so frustrated. It was crazy. Like, that place like really took me through it. I ain't never cried for no job or at no job ever in my life. Like, that place, whew, I will always say that that place will either get you in some drama, get you depressed, or get you fired. And it's the truth. Everyone who works there knows the truth. Like, but we're not gonna elaborate. We're not gonna elaborate. So aside from me feeling so stressed out, I wasn't like super depressed, but I could feel the symptoms like creeping up on me. And I've shared my story with depression before, and I said that I don't allow anything to make me feel that way, and this place was making me feel that way, and I was not gonna go through that again, so I had to go. Aside from that, it was making me sick, like physically sick. Every Sunday before I had to go back to work, I would get a migraine. And I would get headaches here and there, but the way it was happening, like strategically, like on a Sunday, I would get a migraine. Out of nowhere, Friday, I'll be fine. Saturday, I'll be fine. Sunday, dead to the bed. I'll just be in pain. And I'm just like, why is this happening? I was always tired. It didn't matter like how much sleep I got in the night, because I actually put myself on a schedule to make sure that I was getting enough rest. That didn't work. I would just be so tired at work. I would be tired when I come home. I would just be tired all the time. Even when I said, okay, when I come home, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna film, I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. I couldn't. Like, I literally would just come home, take off my clothes, get something to eat, and just get in my bed. Like, it was crazy. My feet would swell. Like, I never seen my feet be swollen every day until I got to that job. And I would show my team leader at the time. I would show her, like, look at my feet. Like, look at my feet. When I say I don't feel well, I'm not lying. Because I never used to like to take off from work or nothing like that. So the only time I would take off is if I had like a doctor's appointment or if I was like actually sick. And my feet used to be so swollen. Of course I wouldn't take off because of it, but I remember some days I would have to leave early just so I can go put my foot up. Like, my feet used to be swollen. And since I quit my job, my feet has not swollen since. Like, it's like this job had a parasite there. It was like, oh my God. So the only good thing about this job is, well, it's two good things. I learned so much about that specific profession. Before I went into that job, I knew nothing about it. And I'm not gonna say what it is, obviously, because, you know, privacy reasons. But I'm really happy that I know the stuff that I know now, because in that area of work, if I ever need something like that, I could do it myself. So I like that. And the other thing, which is like the main thing about that job, I met some amazing people. I have friends now that are like, I know, like, we're gonna be friends forever. And I miss them. I really do miss them. The people that I liked. It's like, y'all know who y'all are. I miss them so much. I haven't seen them since, and it's my fault. Yeah. So while I was there, I felt this urge to find myself, find my purpose, really, you know, do a lot of self-searching. And I really had the urge to get healthy in my body. That is honestly like the main reason why I quit my job. Obviously, I did not feel like I needed to be there. Like I felt very overwhelmed, very stressed out when I was there. But what drove me to do this was just that urge, that it was like a turning point in my life. That place like kind of pushed me into this turning point in my life, like this transition in my life where I mattered the most. In every situation, I mattered the most. My health, my well-being, my mental health, my future. Like, this experience at that job just forced me to think about stuff like that. And that's why I'm so grateful for this experience, because I've never been so in tune with myself until this job. And it's so crazy to say, but like, I have a feeling that it has to do with me being in my mid-20s. I feel like in our 20s, this is a prime age to find ourselves, find our purpose and stuff like that. But I also feel like being in such an uncomfortable position and having to be there every single day, having it really break me down, really pushed me and forced me into this transition period that I was kind of afraid of and kind of putting on the back burner for such a long time. And so I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for this experience. So you're probably wondering, how did I make this decision? Like, how did you come up with this? Like, did you have a plan? What happened? So this probably might sound crazy, but I prayed. And anyone who prays or, like, you know, believes in stuff like that, you probably might understand. You might still think I'm crazy, but I prayed to God. Again, if you believe in things like this, you would understand that there is a little voice in your heart. I like to call it God. If you don't understand it that way, then you'll understand your conscience or a gut feeling. First of all, I was having this gut feeling of leaving, and I kept trying to ignore it because I'm like, this is stupid. I don't even have a job lined up. I have some finances put away, but nothing much. This doesn't make any sense. So one day I was at work, you know, stressed out as usual, and I had a conversation with God in my head right there at the computer. And I said, God, what do you want me to do? Because you know when you at your job and there's this moment where it's like, I'm about to quit right now. Like, they really trying me. I'm really about to quit. Like, it was one of those moments for me. And I calmed down and I said, God, for real, what do you want me to do? And he literally gave me the plan in my head. Literally told me how it was gonna work. And you know that gut feeling in your heart where it's like, I know. You know that feeling? Comment down below if you know that feeling. And I had that feeling. And it scared me. You know that stomach pain when you get really nervous about something? I had that pain. And I was just like, okay, All right. And I thought it was crazy. Trust me. I still think it's crazy. I still think what I did was crazy. But that feeling, man. This was a few months before I was going on my trip in October. And I had it on my mind. And I'm just, it's like, is this really what's going on? Should I give them a 2-week notice? Should I just not show up? Am I gonna do this before my trip? Like, what's gonna happen? What am I gonna do? When God says something, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, it might be crazy, but what you gonna do? So I went on my trip, but came back. And about a week passed where I didn't go to work. After that, I got a call from my job. I called them back because I missed it. And I called them back and I let them know that I won't be coming back. And I didn't go back. So just to confirm, I did not quit my job for YouTube. That is false and is stupid because I'm not making any money while I'm doing this. So I would never just quit my job for YouTube. In the event of me quitting my job, I was able to focus more on my YouTube, but YouTube is not the reason that I quit my job. No. The fact that I don't have a job, so I have a lot of free time, and I basically am doing YouTube full time right now. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about basically working for myself. So I'm gonna share all of that with you guys today. So being home and working on my YouTube channel, I really had to learn responsibility, time management, and self-discipline. Of course, I know how to do these things already, you know, working for someone else, but this time, this is free range. Like, I have my own time. I have all of my time. I had to make sure that I was managing my time properly. And what I did was I put myself on a schedule. Okay, so there we go. So this is my schedule. You can see all the times and stuff. So my day actually starts at 8 a.m. Well, it's supposed to. Most of the time I don't wake up at 8 a.m. I need to honestly be a little bit more hard on myself. But right now I do see a lot of progress. I have to do better. So I'm supposed to wake up at 8 a.m. I'm supposed to exercise, get my breakfast, blah, blah, blah. And then I start my work. I'm not gonna put quotations because it is work. It is really hard. So I did put myself on a schedule. Most of the times regarding work, I will follow the schedule. Sometimes I'll go over. It all varies. I had to learn to be responsible for the fact that I have a lot of free time, and with this schedule, it's important for me to be accountable to myself and make sure that I was doing what I was supposed to do in the time that I'm supposed to do it. And every time that I'm not responsible and the times that I don't stick to my schedule, I see how important it is to stick to my schedule, because sometimes I will wake up way too late. Let's say I stayed up really late last night and then woke up really late in the morning the next day. My day is thrown off. So I have less time to do what I need to do. And then I'll take my time getting ready. Some days I just wouldn't do anything at all. And I will see how much is hindering me, because my film days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Some days I wouldn't film on Tuesday, knowing I have to put up 2 videos. I wouldn't film on Tuesday, try to film 2 videos basically on Thursday, or try to film Thursday and Saturday or something like that, knowing that I have another task that I'm supposed to do on Saturday. My work builds up, and then I'm working in overdrive trying to make up for the time that I didn't work and blah blah blah. So I see where I come into problems when I'm not responsible for myself. I've been doing better. I feel like I need to do better. Until I'm actually sticking to my schedule, I wouldn't feel as accomplished. So yeah, that's the first thing that I learned, which is responsibility, time management, and discipline, following my schedule. Of course, it's still a work in progress, but I've made a lot of progress and a lot of change. I take this way more seriously than I did. Next thing that being unemployed has taught me is perseverance and continuing to believe in myself. I have a whole video on this about motivation and how hard it is to believe in yourself when you're feeling really discouraged, and to keep working when you feel discouraged. I literally had to keep pushing the days that I just felt like I was wasting my time. I was so stupid for doing this. Like, I had to just keep going. My previous video, which is a chit chat, get ready with me if you haven't seen it. It was really good. I'll link it up here. So, well, I'll link it up here. And you guys can go check it out. But I spoke about feeling very discouraged and insecure and feeling like I'm not doing enough with my channel. And that's not the first time that I felt that way. Like, there's been plenty of times in this time of me being unemployed that I felt like I made the wrong decision. I felt like I couldn't do it. I was wasting my time. It wasn't worth it. But the fact that I have an end goal, I have something that I'm working towards, something that I want, something that I know is going to happen by the grace of God, I kept going. Like, even on the days where I had nothing to film, I still put on my makeup, figured something out, looked in my notes to see what videos I had planned, and I kept going. No money is coming in from me doing this. I have no job, you know, that I'm doing on the side, nothing. And I try not to let the negative things that are going on infiltrate my mind and discourage me and stop me from doing what I'm doing, because you just gotta keep going. Like, just keep swimming. Every time I get discouraged, that's what I think. Just keep swimming. Also, I forgot to say, as far as money and like saving and stuff like that, this has really forced me to save. Like, I know I have a whole video on how I save and blah blah blah, but I had to, like, I wouldn't, this also comes with self-discipline. Anything I wanted, I would get it. I spoiled myself in this season and in this point of my life. Obviously, I can't do it, because once I spend the money, it's not coming back to me. So I really had to be smart about what I was buying and where I was spending my money, and I had to tell myself, no girl, no, you can't afford it. And it was hard. It was hard because I'm used to just getting whatever I want. Something that helped me with staying motivated and staying encouraged is surrounding myself with positive people and positive content. You know, we have to surround ourselves with people who are encouraging and uplifting and motivating. And of course, that's what I did. But I realized that we spend so much time on our phones, on our computers or our tablets, whatever device we have. We spend a lot of time on there. And it's so easy to become discouraged, or you have your whole day, like your whole day just go to waste because you feel so down. And sometimes we don't even realize it, but what we're looking at on our phone or even on TV, which is why I don't watch the news, whatever we're looking at can really have a huge effect on our emotions and our mental well-being. So I decided to surround myself with content that is inspiring and uplifting and motivational. So thank God, a lot of my friends that I follow on Instagram, they post a lot of inspirational quotes and stuff like that. So I'm always reposting them just so I have them on my story so I can inspire someone else, and also go back and read them just in case I'm feeling sucky that day. So that's what I decided to do. Every day I'm always looking at positive posts and positive content all the time because I need it. Prayer and reading my Bible, I really increased it since I've been home. Before, I would pray a lot, but I wouldn't really read my Bible. But now I have been doing devotionals on my Bible app. Every day you'll read a passage and a devotional from a person, you know, who created the devotional, whatever. So that's what I do to make sure that I'm reading every day. Some days I do skip, and I'm really working on it, but I'm really proud of the progress that I have made, because to go from not reading at all to reading, to me, that's a really big improvement. So that has really increased, which I'm so happy about. I feel so much clearer and better whenever I pray and I read my Bible. I feel like I got some fuel, you know? Something that I had planned to do, but I didn't do, was going to the gym and eating healthy. Here and there I would start, you know, eating healthy, but I'm gonna be honest, I have not hit the gym yet. If you watch my Chit Chat Get Ready with me, you know my struggles with that. So this is a goal, whether I'm working or not. This is something that I have to accomplish. I have to accomplish it this year, 2020. This is something that I'm gonna do. I've told you guys what I've been doing at home. I've been really working on my YouTube channel, working on myself. I know you guys all want to know, will I be going back to work? Will I get a job? And me and myself, yes, I will be going back to work. I want to have money coming in. I'm gonna put it like that. I want to have money coming in. Do I want to go back to work? It's like, who wants to go back to work? You know, I don't want to go work for someone else. But you have to think realistically. You know, I have to have money coming in. So the answer is yes. But as always, whatever plan God has for me is what I'm going to do. You know, this is a scary situation to be in. It's very nerve-wracking. It's very crazy. I seem crazy, but God has not, He has not failed me. I've never gone without, and I feel like whatever plan He has for me is what I have to go with. And that's my answer. That is it. That is my story. I quit my job. I now do YouTube full time. I'm not getting paid for it. But this is my life. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to like, leave a comment, and also subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna